Howdy, howdy, folks. It's me, a 24-pack of Flaming Joe, an energy drink with CBD in it.
And it's me, a wet skeleton.
And welcome back to another episode of Nerd Hell. And also, out of just me not knowing, aren't skeletons wet at every single second? Aren't they being lubricated?
You know, dude, why you gotta ask some questions like that?
Don't be because oh, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Recently, I'm not sick. I just swallowed using the wrong bite. Isn't that some bullshit? Well, quick tangent. Isn't it some bullshit that you can swallow saliva? Something I've done a million times in my life, and sometimes it will kill me. Sometimes it'll just choke me out. That's kind of a bitch.
Man, that has literally never happened to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
You never swallowed a liquid or something and it goes down the windpipe?
Dude, I'm fucking with you. Of course that's happened to me.
I'm I need to know just in case I need to talk about a doctor. They look at my throat, they're like, oh shit, you have a hole in your throat.
Why talk about a doctor when you can go see a doctor?
Oh, God. Damn it. But anyways, so I asked the skeleton question because my car ran out of coolant. Well, it's low on coolant. Yeah. And so I had to research it, figure out what coolant is, blah 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 blah. And it goes back to how the car is the engine is being constantly lubricated at every second. And I'm wouldn't that be the same for our bodies? Skeletons, aren't skeletons wet at all times as well?
I mean, for your life, yes, but once you're done, right, then it kind of gets stored as a dry bone situation.
I also learned that ashes are not actually the ashes of your body. It's pulverized bones.
Delicious. Gotta put that in your morning shake, Robinson.
I'll put that in my protein shake, some bone marrow.
By the way, did you, because I know that one of our favorite topics is goofing on Alex Jones because he's a narcissist that deserves it. Mm-hmm. But there was actually a supplement that Alex Jones promoted called Super Caveman. And it was just, it was chicken bones that were ground up into these pills that you would take that were supposedly give you more iron and glucose and shit. So
God, I wish this was an episode of The Twilight Zone because people would take that and they would actually turn into chickens.
Oh my God, that would be so great. Or I don't know, maybe some kind of Mexican voodoo shit. Well, not voodoo shit because that's French Haitian, but some kind of Aztec Mexican ritual where you just eat
blood magic.
Bones. And then the blood magic, and then you cut your bones, and then all of a sudden it's little tiny chicken eggs come out, and you're just I've been blessed by Huitzilopochtli, or some kind of fucking bullshit, dude. I am in a jokey mood today. I'm sorry.
You know what? That's good. And the drink I referenced earlier was apparently because I thought Joe Rogan had some workout supplement. For the audience, I am now taking creatine after doing a lot of research into it. Well, so specifically creatine monohydrate. I want to make sure I'm putting good stuff in my body.
You're not putting creatine dihydrate into it?
I heard that monohydrate is the safest one to take because it has the most research behind it, according to stuff like Healthline.
Dude, there's no such thing as creatine dihydrate.
Oh. So here's the funny part. I didn't lie and pretend that I knew what that was. So I'm good.
I know. It is just something you just went with it. You automatically assumed yeah, that checks out. Fine. We'll do that.
Bro, there are 6 different kinds of creatine out there.
I know. It's almost way too much. Dude, the human body is way too complicated with chemistry and shit and hormones and shit. What the fuck? Get out of here, God.
Bro, absolutely. Dude, I recently learned that the liver is just a poison scapegoat for the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. All it
it's
does
oh, you dumb person. I'll take this out for you. And then drinking somehow is really bad for really bad for your liver. And then it's just man, this guy keeps putting this stuff inside of him. I'll take care of this idiot. And then he eventually dies because it's in a heavy battle with alcohol to free you.
Dude, that's so insane. But anyways, there's this energy drink company called Killcliff, and they have a Joe Rogan drink called the Flaming Joe, which is like spicy pineapple. So fine, whatever. But they have a CBD energy drink.
Which, like, I honestly, like, it's one of those things of, I hate people that try CBD oil and they're like, I'm like really chill and relaxed and I'm buzzing right now. I'm like, yeah, there's no THC in this, dude. Like, stop. Like, literally the thing that gets you high is out in here. This is completely psychosomatic. Stop it.
Honestly, because of my mother, I no longer trust anything that's an oil.
Oh, really?
So
did she used to like ground up snakes and put a little bit of cocaine in it and then like feed it to you?
She might as well have. For our viewers, my mother, she's a very spiritual woman. Like, she believes in crystals and all that sort of stuff, like, wholeheartedly.
Wait, and, really?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And it's all my fault because she has anxiety, so I got her an oil diffuser because I heard that, like, diffusing oils can help with anxiety. And it worked so well that she's like, now I'm going to do all the oils.
Oh, like, no. So did she get like an oil subscription service or something?
Yes, and I bought it for her for her birthday or Christmas or something.
You're enabling her right now, dude. Like, what are you doing?
She is very happy.
She's very happy. Great.
I remember I got sick on a family vacation, so I was like, I'm just going to take a bath and I'll be fine. And my mom comes in. Well, because I got my headset on and, like, my eyes shut because I have a massive headache. She pours, like, 3 essential oils in my bathtub. Oh, this will help clear you up. Which ruined the bath water because now I can't put my head in it. It smells horrible. It tastes horrible. And then she put ginger in my bath water.
Great. She's serving you up like some sushi, my guy? Like, is this what's happening?
That's not the worst part. Then she brought, like, a necklace that's supposed to have healing powers. She, like, wrapped it in her hand. And then she started tapping my forehead while humming.
Robinson, I think that's called a rosary, my guy. Like,
it wasn't a rosary. I know what a rosary is.
I'm joking. Yeah, still. But, like, she just, like, you're butt ass naked and you're just sitting in the tub and you're just sitting there like, dude, I fucking hate this. And all of a sudden your mom basically just does the like wine mom equivalent of like slapping your face with some hand sanitizer. Like,
she did. She just poured oils in my bath, cut up some ginger, put it in there, got her necklace, and started tapping my head. And it's not like she's smacking me or anything, but those light taps for like 5 minutes, I swear she made my headache so much worse.
Wow. Great. I mean, there actually used to be a therapy in like the Victorian times where they would give you another headache because if you were having a migraine, the current theory for that time was maybe if we give them another headache, like an even bigger one, then it will cancel out. And so they would stick people's heads in like bells, and then they would hit the bell with a hammer and like give people with migraines, like debilitating migraines, another headache.
Oh, that sounds like medieval torture.
Yeah, no, it's the Victorian era, right? So obviously it wasn't that far long ago, and it's just like, yeah, no, whenever I feel stupid, I'm like, you know, I feel dumb, but then I'm not stupid enough to believe that 2 headaches will cancel out.
Bro, back in those days, like, the Hippocratic Oath was, how fast could you saw off a man's arm before the infection takes over?
It was essentially, do no harm that you know of.
That you know.
Okay, great. So before we talk about Joe Brogan, or Bro Jogan, so Halloween, obviously spooky season's coming up, right? So we're in spooky season because it's October 3rd. And I know someone is about to have a birthday soon, right? So
yes, that's me.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say like Johnny Cash, but never mind. So
well,
yeah,
also
your
my
birthday.
Father. My father's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, your father's birthday. Oh, Mazel Tov, right? There you go. But so spooky season. So what is your favorite Halloween memory?
You know what? When I was a kid, when we used to live in Arizona, we only had one Halloween decoration for 4 years in a row. and that was a inflatable pumpkin head, right? No, so imagine like the headless horseman, and it's a spook, not like it's kid spooky, right? So it's like a purple suit. He looks like a jester, and he's got a pumpkin head, and it's inflatable, right?
Yeah.
That thing was like 15 feet tall.
Oh my god.
I have no idea where my father got it.
Are you sure it was like 15 feet tall, or you were just a kid and it made it look like it was 15 feet tall?
It was bigger than our house.
Oh, it was bigger than you. Okay,
It was taller than our house.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty big.
When I was a kid, it was like 100 feet tall, but now as an adult, I'm like, it was probably 15. But yeah, so like every night, like on the week of Halloween, we would just turn it on overnight. And like we would always see people taking photos with it, and I love that thing so much because coming home, I could squeeze in between its legs to get to the door.
Wow. Yeah. So, did your parents because I know that your mom was like really into spiritual things and that kind of stuff. So, did your mom ever like deny you a Halloween costume?
Oh no, never.
Never. Okay. Well, because my parents, on the other hand, were really deep into that like super Christian shit, and so apparently
It's the devil's birthday.
It's not even the devil's birthday, right? And that's the funny thing is that they're both fucking Irish, but they're like, yeah. So my parents not only had to like read Harry Potter to like prevent like me from learning about witchcraft, right? Which was like, how would y'all know if this is real witchcraft, right? If y'all read this. But the other part of it was, I remember I wanted to go as a ghost when I was a kid, and I thought that was super easy, right? Like, it's just, you use a sheet, you get 2 holes, and it's super simple to do. But my mom literally told me, you are not allowed to go as a ghost because ghosts are not spirits, they're demons.
Wait.
Like that's my favorite Halloween memory is my mom telling me that ghosts are not spirits, they're demons.
Well, can I go as a spirit then?
I know, because what would you go as, right? Because spirits are just dead people, and then dead people don't stick around; they go to heaven. You idiot! What else?
What if he's lost? I swear, I would be lost on my way to heaven.
Well, how would you? I mean, why would you be lost if you have the Lord on your side? Come on, these are elementary problems, Robinson. Think, my guy.
Oh, he can't be there for me all the time. Plus, I get annoying. I know I'm annoying. I understand if he needs like 5 minutes.
You woke up and saw no footprints on the beach and realized you were the ghost floating around all along. He was on the ghost beach with a JonTron special. I don't know. Yeah. Fuck. We better get to some of these stories. We're already fucking 13 minutes in.
Hell yeah. So real quick, Metroid Dread. People have been going through the review copies. And apparently it's really freaking good. So what I recommend is, folks, if you want to play Metroid Dread, don't read reviews. Don't get it ruined for you. On top of that, I also watched the new Venom movie. I will say this. I want to give it a fair rating, but it is not nearly as good as the first one. Like the first one, I know it's not fantastic. Yeah,
because the first one was kind of shit. Like, that's...
The first one I will give a strong 3.5. Like, I really like it, so I'll give it the 3.5. But, like, objectively, it's an okay movie. This one, it's just a 2.5. Like, it wasn't as good as the first one. But the end credit scene was a bombshell. Like, the end credit scene for Venom 2 was worth the entire movie. So, if you don't want to watch it in theaters, don't... if you can watch it for free, go ahead. But if you do not miss that end credit scene.
Yeah, I had that spoiled for me on Reddit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, right? Like, I was just kind of sitting there and I was like, okay, great. Well, fuck me, because, I was being a lazy asshole this weekend and just kind of like chilled out at the home and just did nothing.
Well, that's what the weekend is for. God damn.
I know. What? I mean, you don't understand, dude. My parents' work ethic is just basically if you're not doing something, if you're not actively doing something, then you're doing nothing and you're wasting time and we're gonna die soon. So you better fucking do it now. Like,
You know what?
that-
When I was a kid, I read Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Biography, and I'm
oh.
not. Well, maybe this is from it's from. I might be mistaken, but I remember like somebody in his life said, "Idle hands are the devil's tool shop," and
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's a common aphorism.
okay,
Yeah, it's
never
like a
mind.
lot of it's like a mainstay in like the white Protestant like circles is like, yeah,
Never
we
mind then.
can't have it. Do you can I give you a little history lesson on this?
Sure, but I
Please?
just want to say that I remember reading that and thinking, but if my hands do nothing, they can't like steal or kill or what does this mean?
It's like I hear it's like when you're a
What are
kid
you talking
and someone
about?
says something profound and you're like, "What? Okay, fine. I don't get the yeah, fuck you. All right, sure, whatever." You just give up and walk away.
Hmm.
Dude, so there was this crazy Christian conservative movement that was happening like at the same time of like progressive Christianity like before the 1920s. And during the progressive era there was this guy who made Kellogg's cereal. And do you know why that they made Kellogg's cereal?
Oh yeah, to stop the urge to splurge.
Yeah, it's to stop young children from masturbating because this guy legitimately believed, the creator of Kellogg's cereal believed that if you were properly given good nutrition, then you wouldn't want to jerk one out or
You
like
know
rub
what?
one out.
That's better than what I thought because I thought he was secretly like this chemical will make their peepees go dumb. But like
Yeah.
if he legitimately thought it was good nutrition, then all right, go
Yeah,
foul.
no, like the thing about Will Kellogg is that Will Kellogg was a fucking asshole. And I'm going to say this like in a really big thing. He was a Seventh-day Adventist, which like honestly I've met plenty of Seventh-day Adventists that are not assholes, but this guy was a fucking asshole. Like a big asshole, like a gaping huge asshole just spreading shit everywhere he went. This person was such a big asshole that his entire idea is that he was really big into like circumcision. So
Oh no.
he decided that like what was it? It was not for religious reasons. It was to prevent boys from masturbation. So he went around and like they actually popularized circumcision for people who weren't Jewish in the United States.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll just say what Bill Burr said about neutering dogs. Let's not cut anything off the animal that it can still live with.
Well, he also promoted eugenics.
Bill Burr?
And no, I'm talking about
Oh,
John Kellogg. Yeah.
okay, thank God.
Yeah. No, it was John Kellogg. And John Kellogg apparently like his one big hobby that he actually allowed himself to have was that he was super into Arabian horses and he purchased like a 400-acre lawn like a house ranch like a horse ranch just for Arabian horses and decided he was going to be like a horse breeder on top of like, all that other fucking shit that he was doing with like making cereals and promoting circumcision and also like, hey, did you know that we shouldn't miscegenate the races because that would like lead to us being really, kind of watered down and scummy and we would be like breeding with black and brown people. So, yeah, that's there's also another reason why I don't eat Kellogg's cereal. So,
You could just say you don't like the taste, okay?
well, you see, I can't, right? Because obviously I'm virtue signaling right now.
That's why I don't eat Kellogg's.
Oh shit! Do you know who else was virtue signaling this weekend?
Who's that?
Bro Jogan, also known as Joe Rogan.
Hell yeah. The creator of the Flaming Joe. I can't get over that they made a pineapple CBD drink.
Dude,
That's
honestly, like my post, I used to have like Killcliff. They had this really great like orange Killcliff blood orange Killcliff at my CrossFit gym after like the workouts, and it was like $2, and I would get
oh
one.
hell yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I actually budgeted for my budgeted the $2 for 3 days that I was gonna get the kill clips and that kind of stuff because that's like what $6, And I'm sure it would have been way cheaper just to buy it in bulk and everything, but I'm a lazy asshole, so I was just like, okay, whatever. Well, if you didn't know, our friend who has a pineapple CBD oil Killcliff posted a video in which on Instagram he was talking about America and freedom of choice not to get vaccinated. And as the video goes on, there are clips from old newsreels of Nazi propaganda playing in the background while he's talking about vaccine mandates and how America stood for freedom and that kind of shit. So, as you can imagine, a whole bunch of people clowned on him comparing, vaccine mandates, which save lives, to an entire movement that was meant to eradicate Jewish people or, promote a genocide.
It's like these people don't understand like the difference between genocide and not wanting to get a vaccination. Yeah.
Right? It's like the difference between public health and fucking, I don't know, fucking genocide against Jewish people.
No, because like it's genocide. There's not many things you can compare genocide to.
Right? Like the only thing you can compare genocide to is genocide, because it's like on the same level. It's like playing different sports. But anyways, what I was going to say is that on TikTok, there is a Holocaust survivor that actually responded to Joe Rogan. And
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. So I'm going to read this I'm going to quote this article from a Daily Dot, thanks to Brooke Soberg. And she says, an 86-year-old Holocaust survivor has taken a TikTok to call out Joe Rogan in a viral video on the platform, which now boasts over 500,000 views. The videos were shared by @TrueAdventures at a TikTok-run account by authors Gideon Lev and Julie Gray, who have written about Lev's experience with the Holocaust. They were made in response to Rogan's Instagram post comparing vaccine mandates to the Holocaust, which now, as of October 3rd, has 5 billion views. Mr. Joe, and I'm saying this from the quote. To quote the video, Mr. Joe Rogan, I am sorry I have to read this. I'm an 86-year-old survivor of the Holocaust, and I saw your video on American freedom and the COVID-19 vaccine. It included images of the Holocaust and of Adolf Hitler, the monster who murdered my father, 26 members of my family, and 6 million Jews and others in gas chambers, in ditches, in firing squads, and even in gas trucks. You want to speak about freedom? You are absolutely not promoting freedom, but promoting hate, anti-Semitism, and possibly even more violence and constant hate. You should apologize to us all. Remove the video immediately. It's disgusting and thoughtless and careless, and I am shocked by your lack of sensitivity. End quote.
I'm just going to say this. Unless at least 100 people die, don't compare anything to the Holocaust, okay?
At least 100 people? Robinson, is that your
100.
barometer for a genocide, is if 100 people die?
90 people.
Dude, you're supposed to go the opposite way.
110. 110.
Okay, all right, sure, we'll go with 110, right? We'll split the difference. But
I just don't... that's the thing that gets me the most here. How hard is it to not do something?
Right? How hard is it not to compare it to the Holocaust? Because I think it's one of those things of I've understood, there's a lot of people in the United States that are not, there are a lot of people in the United States that are privileged and are not persecuted, but they want to feel like they're persecuted. So they do some random bullshit like this and be like, it's just like when the Nazis did blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, it's not. Fuck you.
Remember when the whole Karen trend happened and they were like, Karen is a slur.
Oh my God.
Nah, it's a name. Okay. You're fine. Calm down. Okay, so here, Joe Rogan, let me help you out. Here's what you can compare it to. You can compare it to a long line in the pharmacy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can compare it to TanaCon, that convention that happened.
Great, yeah.
What else can you compare? You can compare it to Del Taco removing your favorite menu item, all right?
Right.
But
so vaccine mandates are minor inconveniences at best, is what you're trying to say. That's the
honestly,
comparison.
yes. Honestly, yes.
I don't know. Like, who fucking, I'm probably some weirdo's gonna probably flag our fucking podcast video on
Oh
YouTube for
hell
talking
yeah,
about this.
bro!
Honestly, bring it on. Yeah,
I
like
want a
still.
reaction vid so badly.
You want a reaction vid so bad? I don't know, we should probably
That'd
start
be
doing
fun.
reaction vids on your main channel or some kind of shit like that, where it's just like I find you really fucking wonky shit to look at. It's just, yeah.
Just like, oh,
We call it like what is it? You know, like they had the Crypt Keeper. We would just
yeah.
be like the Crypt Keeper, but for Stanley. I don't know. Stanley's crypt or Stanley's crypt or like grave. I don't fucking know.
Just call it. This actually happened.
This actually happened. Yeah. But still, like, how much do you have to fuck up when someone who actually experienced the Holocaust needs to tell you to sit down and shut the fuck up?
Yeah,
Right?
I don't know how else I can say it unless 120 people die. Don't compare anything to the Holocaust. It's not that difficult.
It's like, well, because other politicians have done this before too, right? So there was a politician named Marjorie Taylor Greene, or as like Hassan calls her, Marjorie Titan Green, because she looks like a Titan from Attack on Titan. I'll send you the photo. It's fucking great, and we need to fucking post it after our podcast is over. But it's one of those, if you look at it, you're just like, oh my god, I totally see it. What the fuck is this? Ooh. And she decided, because she's the same lady that was like, oh, there are Jewish space lasers that caused the California wildfires like a year ago. And her other thing now was that she apparently compared like mask mandates to the like people wearing stars in the Holocaust.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, no, dude.
Marked for death.
I know. It's one of those things of like they don't understand how one saves lives and the other one is like, you know, purposefully discriminating against an entire ethnic group of people.
I mean, like, I think it just is like when you grow up like non-privileged, like maybe you have a better understanding of like what other people are going through because hey, my life sucks too, right? But like if your life didn't suck, you just make comparisons like that.
Yeah. Well, you know what's actually kind of depressing is that I was the article continues on and actually gives a couple examples of like people who support Joe Rogan's like video, because that's the other part of it that I don't like is that Joe Rogan pretty much says from the outcome like, don't listen to me because I'm a fucking stupid meathead, and then people like take his word as basically like the Bible. And apparently some people defending Joe Rogan, and I'm quoting, said, but the video is about politicians having way too much power. The Holocaust was an extreme example of that. I don't see how this is not relevant.
It's not, because it was an extreme example. You just said it, my man.
Yeah, I know, right? Like it's one of those things of, have you ever seen the subreddit Self-Aware Wolves?
Oh, yes,
where it's like,
that one's
yes, Self-Aware Wolves is so fucking great because it's like one of those moments. It's like basically the meme of, are we the baddies in like everyday life?
Are we the
baddies? Yeah, and it's just it's like I said, like these are public health mandates. They're not an attempt to degrade and irate an entire race. Like how are you comparing the two, right? Like comparing the Holocaust to like Ceausescu in Romania. Okay, fine. That's okay. They're both like actual legitimate shit, like genocides. But being like, this vaccine that'll save my life. Oh, Robinson, it's like the Holocaust. Like, just shut the fuck up.
No, you know what? I just found out. This is Joe Rogan's comeback. He said, "Sorry, I told my editor to reference genocide. What I meant was the song by The Offspring." Because they say dog eat dog every day. On our fellow men we pray, right? but instead of doing that, he thought I meant the Holocaust genocide, not the song by The Offspring. That's my bad. We're gonna re-release the video, and they do. And in the background, instead of Holocaust, it's just the band members of The Offspring.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I actually like The Offspring, no joke, but like to finish out this story. So Julie Gray, one of the authors who runs the account, told the Daily Dot that she and Gideon have not yet heard from Joe Rogan or his representatives. Because what would you fucking say to that, right? how would you like if I said something really inflammatory and like this person was like, "Hey, I actually lived through that." Um, yeah, I think that you're wrong. I would be so fucking embarrassed. I would die. Like I would die. I would legitimately like fucking have a heart attack and die. And that would be it.
Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, my bad.
But it says, Gideon and I have not had a response from Mr. Rogan. Our TikTok followers have been very supportive of Gideon's message, yet there are many who seem not to understand the weight and meaning of the visual cues that Joe Rogan endorses and used in the video. Comments have run the gamut from extremely supportive and dismayed to outright anti-Semitic hatred and threats. Lo, you mean the internet was anti-Semitic to a
Jesus.
Holocaust survivor? No. No, how could that ever possibly be? To be honest, the comments that concern us the most are those that show a serious lack of knowledge of basic history, combined with the inability to discern between historical facts and politicized distortions. I agree.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So apparently Joe Rogan has not talked about this at all. Like, it's really fucking weird because Joe Rogan is one of these people who had Bernie Sanders on and endorsed Bernie Sanders for the primary for the 2020 election, but then also had like Milo Yiannopoulos on, who is this guy who once said that like pedophilia was fine, or that like he was fucked when he was a boy and that's okay.
Jesus
And
Christ.
yeah, I know, like some real classy winners.
You know what? Joe Rogan is true neutral.
Joe Rogan's
That's it.
yeah, my favorite thing I heard someone say about Joe Rogan is that it was like, "Careful, Joe, if your mind's too open, your brain falls out." And I fucking like I want to get that fucking tattooed at the base of my skull. Like that's
my third eye is just my my brain's escape hatchet.
dude, 100%. But yeah, so there you go. That's what happened. And weird news today is that, TikTok basically started clowning on Joe Rogan, and a Holocaust survivor had to be like, "Hey man, you're being a fucking idiot right now. You know how you say like, I'm a meathead, don't listen to me? Take some advice."
The same thing is that's an 86-year-old using TikTok. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like this man having to learn how to use TikTok, or at least contacting someone and be like, "Hey, can I like borrow your TikTok for a second? I need to fucking talk to Joe Rogan," and like give him basically some daddy time.
What do Jewish grandparents affectionately call grandkids?
What?
Like what's an affectionate term? Because I don't know any. Bubby.
You mean Bubby?
It's like,
yeah.
Okay, so Bubby, come here. How do you do the talk? That's how I imagine it. We're
not doing the birds and the bees. We're doing the Jewish birds and the bees talk, which is sex happens, it's fine, but also be careful of anti-Semitic white people.
And with that, we're going to take a break real quick, folks. I need to go get me some Flamin' Joes real quick. And a Flamin' Mo from The Simpsons.
I need to go dry out this skeleton. I'll talk to you in a second.
Oh.
All right.
See you, folks. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I managed to goof something up, but now we are back. Stanley, you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording right now.
Fantastic. So what I did is when we pause our recordings, there's a pause button and a stop button. So if you pause, you can just unpause and keep going. I hit stop. No. So I tried to unpause and it just started me from the beginning.
Oh.
But yeah, I figured it out. We good now. But
dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, like I'm actually pretty excited for some video games. I've been playing Deathloop recently, and it's not as good as like people lead it on to be, honestly. I actually do like the premise. I like the main character because the main character is just like this like angry man who just like fuck. Just like I on a personal level feel that every single day I go to work. And but it's like it's okay, right? It's not like my favorite. And then I'm playing like the Kina Kenna and the Bridge of Spirits or something like that. That's also really a lot of fun. And dude, games are awesome, right? I love graduating college because now I can actually fucking do
I can play video games.
But one of the games that I'm trying to get back into, right? Because I had started playing it like my last semester of grad school was Monster Hunter Rise. Because it's like Naruto Ninja Monster Hunter, and it's awesome. And you can have like what's called like a Palamute, which is this dog that you can ride like a horse. That is my dream. I want a dog that I can ride like a horse, and I know that Cash won't like fit me because he's a small corgi, and I'm a 6'1", like Viking-looking motherfucker. So that's not gonna happen. But
yeah, no, I played Monster Hunter World, which is super fun. But I started with like Monster Hunter 3 Deluxe on the Wii U because it was like $5 on the eShop.
damn,
And oh my god, the swap from Monster Hunter 3 to World, it removed every inconvenience. Like I remember, I don't have to buy pickaxes.
nope.
Also, good news for Monster Hunter Rise, it is coming to PC on Steam January 12th of next year.
To be kind of honest, I'm probably gonna buy it again because I support Monster Hunter as a series. Although I will say that like a lot of like really elitist gamers like look at Monster Hunter as like a gatekeeping opportunity. You know, where it's like,
I mean, I get
sweaty.
it. Yeah, I get it, but like, come on, just have some fun. It's a video game. You're not cool because you're good at a game.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I've been having like this ego death recently about just like who cares if what a person enjoys, right? Like if you want to listen to Nicki Minaj talk about her fucking like friend's swollen testicles, then fine, go ahead, go off, Queen.
Wait,
Do it.
what?
Yeah. Well, you never heard, you hadn't heard about that?
No.
Where
First of all,
Nicki Minaj like spreaded a rumor about her friend's cousin getting the COVID vaccine and then his testicles swelling up and it caused him his marriage. And like it was like the internet's plaything for like a fucking solid week of news, right? So it was great. I like how like are you just like that separated from the world right now? I'm like, hey, what's going on? You okay?
I like legitimately, I care so little about celebrities or anything like that. So I read that, but like, so I remember that story about swollen balls from the vaccine. I just didn't remember that it was Nicki Minaj.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In fact, I don't know who Nicki Minaj is. Is she an actor?
Nah, dude, she's a rapper, right? She's a musician. So I mean, she made that song "Wet Ass Pussy" that Ben Shapiro read off. I'm gonna have to send you the link. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you the link to that one because that's one of my favorite clips. Is Ben Shapiro reading "Wet Ass Pussy"?
Wet ass p word.
Wet ass p word. There are whores in this house. There are whores in this house.
I only saw wet ass p word.
Oh my god, that's so
my favorite
funny.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
When that song came out, my favorite thing was I found this image of a pigeon taking a bath, and I would just send it to people with WAP underneath it.
There are whores in this house, and there's just
Wet
a
ass
pigeon.
there are whores in this house.
Hell yeah!
There's some hoes in this house.
Yeah. So, Monster Hunter. I mean, it's just such a great game. Like it's honestly,
fantastic.
Yeah. Like what is it? The Girlfriend Reviews girl. Like, she got addicted to Monster Hunter, and it's really great. Sometimes when I need to like get a little bit of motivation back into, I love like listening to her just like busting out the F words, and they had to like censor them on their YouTube video. And apparently, like she went to a rant that it actually scared her dog. And I was like, as someone who frequently flies into like leftist tangents and in like rants, I can empathize with that really, really big, right? So, hey, there it is.
I will say I've been scratching my dog's head like this entire podcast, and she has not been happier. I think she is high right now.
Dude, yeah. What
like
was
her mouth is like just open, but she's not panting.
yeah. Well, I remember one of my friends in college. He read somewhere on the internet that like if you smoke weed and then touch your dog, that it'll get them high. And so then he would smoke weed and then like start petting like his cat or his dog and like whatever he could find, and then just like be like, "You ready to get high?" And then I was like, "No, dude, you're not. That's not true. Like, what are you doing? Stop."
Did you ask for your? Did your dog ask for this? Do
I
you know what your dog wants?
let's be clear, right? Obviously, animals cannot consent because they don't have vocal cords that are capable of saying yes. But
Well,
Jesus,
that's the great part. They can't say no.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter on the GTX 3080 because I want to see how many frames I can push that game to. I want to punish my
I
card.
want to punish my PC on
Yeah.
the Nintendo PC. Oh, and man, I got my first legitimate paycheck for like since like 2 months after quitting my old job.
Yeah.
And oh, it feels good to just buy groceries.
Oh yeah, dude.
Bro,
Like,
it
have you
feels so
ever
nice.
have you ever gone to like a gas station and then you got a full tank of gas and then all of a sudden it was just like, yeah, fuck yeah, I got some gas, right? And you're just like, I
Yeah.
could go anywhere I wanted to right now. And
Oh,
just it's like that
I've been,
thought of like it being a little irrational because obviously you can't go anywhere you want, right, with just one tank of gas, but you're just like, it's
that's
good.
400 miles.
You're like, yeah, that's like basically the entire continental United States. And you're like, no, no, that's
Also,
not true.
on a personal note, audience, you can join in on this. This is the inner workings of Robinson. I decided to set myself a financial goal. I do better when I have goals, right?
Yeah.
And I set myself a financial goal. I want to buy myself an electric car because, like, since the gas prices skyrocketed, like at the beginning of this year,
Yeah.
it really screwed me over, especially like for the last 3 months. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm getting myself an electric car.
Well,
And
yeah.
I found that a Nissan Leaf, like a used Nissan Leaf with like 50K miles on it, is $7,000. So yeah, I'm gonna try getting myself a used Nissan Leaf, so I never have to pay gas prices again.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, the one thing that I will say is that actually electric cars, it just came out that there was a study done on like maintenance and that electric cars from analyzing all the data have less parts and so there's less maintenance. There's 40% less maintenance on electric cars.
Thank you, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
because obviously there's
Like,
still going to be like tires, right, or something like windshield wiper fluid. But
yeah, fine, whatever.
yeah,
But like, oh, that's gonna be so nice. I've replaced so many things in my Kia.
yeah.
Like my Kia, she's my workhorse, right? Like,
He is the workhorse. Okay,
bro,
great.
I remember
Yeah.
when I first moved to Salt Lake City by myself, getting groceries by train was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Really?
Bro, I'm just sitting there with like 5 cans of soup and a bag of rice, and all these people looking at me. And I'm just like, please don't.
Like, what the fuck are you looking at? Get the fuck
I
out
don't
of
want to
here.
beat you. I don't want to beat you with a can of great value, creamy onion, creamy mushroom, cream of mushroom. Like, I don't want to do this right now. I
Yeah.
just want to get home, eat, and go to bed.
Oh,
I'll have
shit.
sleep for dinner.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well,
So like when I got my car, it was a godsend, and she's been with me through 3 round trips from Utah to Texas.
well,
and
that's
1
also
round
going to be
trip
an
from
interesting
Texas
thing
to
to
Florida.
see. That's also going to be an interesting thing to see about like you going from Utah to Texas on an electric car.
So here's the thing. I will have to like figure out where there are like electric charging stations. But
Yeah.
another thing you can do is you can get like electric car batteries that apparently can hold up to 1,000 miles worth of charges, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if I can get a good solar powered one, then I should be completely fine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a bunch of them, and what I've seen a lot of is you can get a solar power bank, like a external battery for your phone, to charge your phone, and it can be solar powered for like $40-$50. And like since I live in Salt Lake City, we have like a giant outdoorsy community. So like almost everybody I know has one of them. And I'm just like, huh, this is really, really useful.
Dude, that'll save so much on the environment too.
Exactly. So
Like, yeah.
yeah, that's another bonus. Selfish incentives that help everybody.
Yeah.
I want to pay less for gas.
You are truly, truly an American, Robinson. That is, who cares about you being from Mexico now? Fuck that. You're now got that American mindset. You got that Sigma male grind set going for you right now.
Oh God, I love the Sigma male meme so much. I just get sad when I meet people who legitimately believe it, and not to be a meme, they upset me.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like even funny because they're copying from that like there's like this whole like faux study about like there being alphas and like betas and omegas in like wolf culture, and it turns out that the study that originally did that and promoted that, it's false. Like it's 100% false that wolves don't actually have like alphas and betas and omegas and that kind of shit. They literally just have like small mini nuclear families. So
It's just like, guys, it's your personality, okay? You don't have to be assertive. You're okay. You can be assertive. You're fine. Why you gotta scream about it?
dude, I can't imagine being like a neckbeard like that and then just like thinking everything is everyone else's fault and then never just sitting here going, I can never change because the whole world hates me because I'm being a beta right now. Like no one cares. Like really, no one cares. Just go take a shower, go to the gym a little bit, right? Like I know this isn't like, hey, this depression is gonna fix you by this exercise, right? But like, and as someone who's like a chronically depressed person, I can tell you it's not gonna help. It'll make you feel better. It won't help, but hey, like go join a club. Go join like a social club. Get out there. Maybe you'll find a girl who doesn't find you as disgusting as you think you are, and then you can go like have fun. Or maybe it's a dude. I don't know. Then get Grinder, right? There are plenty of gay dudes that would like, from experience, right, that will want to go have like unappealing sex with someone, right? So just go do it. And
We can get. I just imagine me going into the gym, and while doing my deadlifts, I'm just screaming, "Get this beta shit off of me!"
just get this beta like shit off of me. Yeah, you
just like doing my deadlifts.
Yeah, where you're just like, yeah, where you do like this roid rage kind of scream afterwards, and you're like, that's a motherfucking beta shit. It's you're like lifting like the entire fucking weight.
And also another personal Robinson story. Today was the first day I did a bent over bar row, and I finally did it correctly.
Oh,
like
shit.
I finally figured out what my issue was. Like I'm gonna say this for anybody getting into fitness, form over anything else. Well,
Yeah.
not safety, but usually if you prioritize form, you prioritize safety.
Form prioritizes safety over everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like as someone who is a CrossFit girl and then has been one for basically a while, but I haven't gone to the CrossFit gym yet. Actually, Savannah and I are thinking about joining the Y so that I can go lift weights and shit at the YMCA. Because did you know that the Y where I live is actually funded by partial taxes and then partial U.S. government subsidies? Because obviously we have a high military community, so that thing's motherfucking big. It's huge.
Yeah, it's right next to the dog park, ain't it? Or across the street from the dog park. Yeah, I've been there a couple of times. Good facilities.
Yeah, it's like it's like an LA Fitness but better. Shit, dude. I don't know. We're thinking about joining that because it's super cheap. Because my old CrossFit gym was $299 or something like that or was it? It was no, it was not $299. It was $220, right? So it was $220, and then I got unlimited workouts per week. And,
oh hell yeah!
Because that's the thing, right? Is that for me, it's really difficult to work out because I need someone to just tell me what to do. I hate the planning for myself. I hate that kind of shit.
No, yeah, I get that. I'm in the middle of that right now because I got stagnant on my old workout, so I'm trying to make a new one. So right. I'm like, all right, let's see, chest day workout. And it's just not helpful at all. You really have to choose your own workouts and build one for yourself.
Yeah, but like
It gets annoying.
It's just annoying for me to try to figure it out, like this stuff out, because I have no fucking confidence whatsoever in that. Because obviously I've been working out my entire life, which is the way I look, and like I hated football because for like the people were just screaming at me, right? That's like one of the things that I hated about it in middle school was I hated football, but I did it because it made my dad happy, and I wanted to make my dad happy and
Aw.
play football. But then I also hated it because then I had coaches screaming, "Stanley, what the fuck you doing, you little fucker?" And I was just like, "Oh shit, what did I do? I'm sorry." And he's like, "No, that's good. I wanted you to do that. Now go and do it again." And then it was at a point to where I think I actually like legitimately mentally disassociated myself during one game because I was so stressed out. But apparently I played really well, and everyone like was complimenting me and like giving me like awesome like high fives and everything, and I don't remember a single thing from that game. Like I really
And
don't.
And that's funny because you like golf, which no, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has raised their voice in golf like ever.
Unless you count like Happy Madison, which I don't
Oh
because
yeah,
it's a fucking movie, right?
it
But
pulls up with the hockey stick.
literally, it is so silent that like TV stations actually add in bird noises on on golf channels so that you're not just watching a silent screen in a house. So
Going for the birdie. Oh, would you look at that? He fucked up royally. Um,
and it looks
oh,
like he's throwing his golf club at the stands.
so
He's getting to a fist fight.
It's amazing. He beat that woman upside the head with a golf club. Her mouth is open, but there is no scream coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the curse of
This is what we call a death rattle.
The death rattle.
Dude,
Jesus.
still like, so all jokes aside, right? Like I'm excited because I might like, cause the Y has like fucking 900 classes a week or something like that. Like it's an insane amount of
Jesus.
like classes at that Y. So, I'm gonna like do some cycling or thinking about like going to like maybe do some swimming because I actually got like super fucking ripped when I was a swimmer back in the day.
Oh,
But
it is a full body workout.
yeah, 100%. So I was thinking that maybe like, to help you with your workout stuff, you could just go swimming.
I want to go swimming. The only issue is like I feel I get lazy with it because like I'll arrive. It's like, okay, got to put everything in the locker, got to take my shower, got to get dressed. All right, get in, get out, get undressed, shower, get everything out of my locker. I'm like, I just want to show up.
Yeah. You just want to
Yeah.
show up and rock it out. I get it. But you know who also showed up and rocked the house? Was
Who?
Jerry Seinfeld.
What'd he do?
So Jerry Seinfeld was on the Jimmy Fallon show, which honestly, let's be clear, right? Jimmy Fallon is like the worst of late night hosts. And
What's wrong with Jimmy?
if we were ever on Jimmy Fallon, I would tell it to his face too, and he'd probably laugh, because that's his like thing is that he laughs at everything. So still,
Yeah,
but
yeah, okay. Well, no, that's actually very funny you say that because have you seen the not so late night show with Elmo?
no,
So
I've not.
so on the not so late night show with Elmo, he had Jimmy Fallon on, and there was this ongoing joke where Elmo doesn't acknowledge Jimmy Fallon as like a real job.
Oh hell yeah, that's great.
Because it was like, so Elmo wants to ask you, what do you do? Oh, I'm a talk show host. Oh,
Yeah.
Elmo likes to play pretend too.
Yeah. So speaking of Jimmy, but still, Jerry Seinfeld is actually apologizing. And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
at first saw this and I was like, oh shit, what did he do? Did he like hurt the Bagel Man from Seinfeld? Did he do something wrong? Like, is he actually like, was Seinfeld really just like a story about his life as being a shitty person? And apparently, because I mean, I don't like Seinfeld, honestly, and I don't think
Oh, I
he's
love
actually.
Seinfeld.
I don't think he's funny. Like, I think the show's funny, but I don't think he himself is funny. And
Like his comedy acts in the show, or
no,
what?
like because I've seen his stand up, it's just not funny, and I
Okay.
don't like I
All
like
right.
his recent like Netflix stuff and everything. He's just like basically yelling about the same shit from the '90s, And you're like, dude, come on, like update your stuff. You got lots of money, you can do it. But Jerry Seinfeld had a movie in 2007 from DreamWorks Animation, and it's called The Bee Movie. And I know that you know this because meme culture. You remember meme culture back then, where it was like it's the Bee Movie, but every time they say bee, it doubles the speed.
And also, I just liked the Bee Movie when I was a kid. Like unapologetically, I really liked the Bee Movie as a kid. I had the Bee Movie video game for the Wii.
Oh, that's right. They had a Bee Movie video game, but still. Anyways, so he's apologizing for the sexual undertones between his leading part and a human woman in the Bee Movie.
Wait a minute. No, so he and the voice actress got together?
Yeah, no, like the whole thing was that there was a relationship between the animated woman and the bee.
Yeah, the characters.
Yeah, the characters.
He's apologizing for the characters.
He's apologizing, yeah. So he's apologizing for the sexual undertones that people picked up, rightfully so, between a bee and a human woman.
I mean, she did leave her human man for a bee.
Yeah, and it was one of those things of he's like, I apologize for what seems to be a certain uncomfortable, subtle sexual aspect of the Bee Movie. It was really not intentional, but after it came out, I realized that this was really not appropriate for children. Please. Because the bee seems to have a thing for the girl, and we don't really want to pressure or pursue that as an idea in children's entertainment. And I'm like, my guy, have you never heard of furries? Is that something? He said, apparently it was supposed to be friendship, purely friendship. And maybe in Barry's mind, he thought, but it was never going to be that. And like,
I mean, what was that one scene where they like get on a plane and fly together? But before that, she's like, you coming?
Yeah. Like it was just this really, like he said, right? Really it's not even subtle sexual tones too, right? It's only subtle if you're like that fucking
if you're the right age.
If we were that neck beard that we were talking about, right? Well, actually, bees do technically penetrate like females. Like I don't know.
Oh, speaking of that, I forgot a joke I was gonna make.
Oh shit! Okay.
The Sigma male grind set.
Yeah.
Every time I see a bodybuilder, every muscle on his body represents a language he didn't learn, a book he didn't read, a money investment he didn't make.
Dude, who fucking cares? Like, a lot of people just want to that's
Sigma.
their hobby is going to the fucking gym.
Bro,
like,
it's my stress relief. But anyways.
Yeah, I know.
So
like it's probably like what your stress relief is to you is like his is basically like jacking off and smoking pot, right? Like who fucking cares? Like I'm honestly not knocking that down because hey, more power to you if you decide instead of going to the gym that you're just gonna take a break and go jack off and like smoke some pot, dude, go.
Which is apparently what happened in the Bee Movie.
Which is. Dude, like
sugar.
thinking back upon this movie, like it's one of those things of I just remember going, what am I watching? What is happening? Why is this a thing? Who decided that this was okay as a movie? And just like the whole fern to like Barry the bee and Vanessa the human in this interspecies relationship. And I'm just like, man, this basically raised an entire generation of furries. And I got to ask someone that we know who is a furry if that's true.
I think.
No.
Okay, maybe. No. Well,
No.
because it's an insect. It's an insect. What would it's not a scaly.
They have insect furries, right? Because they have scalies, which are reptiles or something like that.
Goddamn mammals.
It'd be like queens or something. I don't know, like a queen bee.
Fucking queens.
I'm a queen.
Oh yeah, there's definitely queen bee art out there. Like now that I think about it.
I'm not even gonna Google it and then I'm just gonna end up spamming your channel like we did after we watched Wolfwalkers with furry shit.
So for people who don't know, Stanley, like after it, decided to spam me with wolf
it wasn't
personas.
just me. It was also your sister.
Yeah, and my sister. They decided to spam me with wolf personas, and It hurt my feelings.
You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna message your sister and be like, it's time to attack again.
Please don't. My self-esteem can't take another blow.
My fragile sexuality. No.
Bro, I'll never be as cute as this fox man because he has abs, he has muscles, but he also has a boyish charm in his face.
He's got that Sigma mindset, my guy. You too could look like a fox boy.
I've been spending gym time is downtime. It's not grinding.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they're grinding something.
What's that thing from Halo? Fucking grind. Grind.
Oh yeah. My favorite one was the Arbiter voice actor, where you're just like ooh, like in the middle of the game. Still, but yeah. So apparently we got the apology that we never knew that we wanted was. The subtle sexual nature between Seinfeld's character Barry B. Benson, the Bee, and human florist Vanessa Bloom. From a movie that is 14 years old.
Jesus Christ, I have siblings younger than that.
Yeah, dude, I know. And some of it, like, what is it? You also have siblings that come to... clubs that I sponsor. So shit, dude. Yeah.
And we watched that movie together, and we laughed while my mom was uncomfortable.
Yeah, of course your mom was uncomfortable. But then again, maybe she could just throw a crystal at the TV and turn it off.
With the TV we had, probably.
That's fucking great. Still,
Speaking of TV, video games, you can play them on TV. Konami, right, is trying to revive Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill. They said that they've been quiet because they wanted to release a big news thing all at once. And what I have to say is that, I mean, you tried Metal Gear Zombies after you kicked out Hideous Kojimas, so good luck with that. You canceled the revival of Silent Hill when you removed PT from the PlayStation Store. Castlevania, you know what, so far, that's alright. You released the Castlevania collection on Switch. But I honestly don't think they can revive Metal Gear or Silent Hill. I think they fucked it up.
Mm. Really? They probably could do PT, right? They probably could do PT again. Because the result that they made from PT was Death Stranding. And I played Death Stranding. It's okay. It's not great, but it's not bad either. It's not like the absolute worst, but it's whatever, right? I don't know. I don't understand why people think that everything that Hideo Kojima makes is fucking gold. I get it, because there were parts of Death Stranding that I was actually really absorbed into. But then the gameplay sucked me back out, right? And I was like, okay, back to the grind.
I was about to say, I don't know what PT has to do with Death Stranding. PT was
because PT
was a
his
background
thing.
storyteller. Yeah, no, it was his thing. But didn't he cancel that to work on Death Stranding after Konami was
Konami
screw
canceled.
you?
No. Konami canceled the game and then fired him. That was the surface of events, right? So,
a bunch of cowards.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things of he is good and he could do this again. And plus, I've not played it, but I've seen the demo played, and it's spooky as fuck, right? So, hey, why not do it again?
Just do it twice.
Yeah. No, he could. Plus, I'm sure
fetus babies.
Plus, I'm sure Normus Reedus would like to stay away from an invisible fetus and go see a ghost fetus or something like that. I think that he would have a lot to do, right?
The Tonkin Sink fetus. Actually, do you think Norman Reedus and Hideous Kojimas are best friends, or do you think the next video game Hideo Kojima makes, is he going to hire a new actor?
Do you think Hideo Kojima is going to be basically like the Quentin Tarantino of fucking video games? Where it's just he hires his friends? and hires the actors that he just likes, and he's gonna typecast them and everything. Or like Ryan Murphy from like the guy that created Glee and American Horror Story. He just casts the same actors in every single season of American Horror Story, or I don't know, something. But
he's so cool.
dude, I feel that if they decide to do this Silent Hills again, right, they would need to basically just go fucking balls to the wall PT. Like, Konami's gonna have to fucking offer Kojima, like, all the money, right? Like, it's not even gonna be fair. It's just every single fucking dollar that they have to do it, right? So, just give it to him, because there's only a way, like, Death Stranding actually, like, became relevant again for some fucking reason. Like, years after its release, people started playing it again, and then, like, it shot up in Steam and then went back down. They could get so much money from a game like PT.
This is like one of those, listen, just admit you fucked up, right? Buy her favorite food, rent her favorite movie, do everything you can for her. You fucked up. Just let her have, like, a perfect week, and then ask her to forgive you. All right? That's all you can do. You fucked up royally.
Dude, it's so... Side note, right? Don't you think it's kind of fucked up that, like, are you the kind of person that, like, when they fuck up, you spend your time consoling them instead of the other way around?
I used to be, like, in my first relationship, but, like, I've learned that I need to treat myself better.
No, I mean, like if, like, the moment where, like, you fucked up, so get her a favorite movie, like, that kind of shit. Like, the reverse, like, they fucked up and they're not getting you a movie or anything, but they're crying, and so you're just like, okay, yeah, no, it's fine. It's okay, stop.
No, that's...
Because that was basically every relationship that I ever had until Savannah. And so it was like,
Good.
God damn it. Yeah. Because it just, like, fucking, now it's just kind of like, dude, stop. And she'll be like, okay. And then now for me, she'd just be like, stop. And I'll be like, all right, fine. Or she'll hug me or, like, hold me and that kind of shit. Like, actually show me intimacy instead of me, like, when she feels bad or like, when she messes up, then, you know, and I feel bad, then, but she actually helps me out, right? So there you go. That's fucking great. Like, but still, anyways.
Man, get yourself a lady who lifts the toilet seat for you.
Dude, that is totally Savannah. She fucking is the boss bitch up in here,
yeah.
right? So, boss queen or something like that. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, dude. I want this to happen. I want PT to come out again on PlayStation because I want to play it with Savannah and, like, have nightmares for the rest of the week. But, you know,
I just don't want to sleep.
like, go off, queen. Like, go get it. Go get that paper. Like, that's all I can say.
Good for our queen, Hideous Kojimas. I keep calling him that. His name is Hideo Kojima, but I can't stop calling him Hideous Kojimas.
You know what? Just for that,
nothing for his looks. He's a handsome gentleman.
Just for that, I'm now gonna get Will in here with me and Mia, and we're gonna fucking spam your fucking Discord with furry memes and furry stuff. We're gonna find everything. Yeah, you're gonna be prepare. It's gonna be like the awakening.
Is there a mute button on Discord? Like, just mute all notifications.
Yeah, dude. You haven't found that out yet?
Close the DMs.
Oh, okay.
Damn. I expect like an Amazon 2-day shipping, just printed out furry me.
Oh my god, yeah. It just, like, you have a letter coming in. It's specially certified. It's like an old-timey fucking telegram, but it's like someone basically did 1s and 0 binary, and it was just a furry picture on a parchment.
I was gonna say, it's Morse code, but when you unfurl the entire thing, it's like an image of a wolf with a massive penis.
Oh, yeah. He's literally a dog with a bone.
Ooh, fuck.
Damn. Well, in that case, that means I probably should go to fucking bed, right? Because it's way past my bedtime. Because I'm a man child right now. So, or not a man child. I'm a adult child right now, and I need to go.
Drink a CBD Flamin' Joe. He'll put
Dude,
you
that's
right
gonna
to
keep
bed.
me up, dude. Why would I do that?
A Flamin' Joe. Mo,
Yeah.
mo, mo.
Yeah.
All right. With that, thank you, audience. It was a slow news week, so we just talked about whatever the hell was on our mind, which,
Well,
will happen
obviously,
from time to time.
and is obviously wholly like Marjorie Titan Green's fault. That's
Of
her
course.
fault. Yeah. She and those Jewish space lasers are causing Titans to pop up everywhere. Everywhere.
They're putting chemicals in the water that are making the bees gay.
Dude, 100%. You know what she needs to do? She needs to take some super female vitality and put it in a sub and eat it on news conference.
She needs to meet somebody who will understand her and help her figure out that she can be a more relaxed person. And I know just the man. Hang on, I'm gonna go to this beehive outside.
Oh my god. You're gonna go. Barry's obviously still broken up about his relationship with Vanessa Bloom. He's like,
Bro.
I don't know how she didn't know this. I gave clear signals.
Human starts dating bees, and then Bumble, the dating app, gets all weird.
Oh my god. Bumble is an entirely different name now.
Why the fuck is it
Jeez.
called Bumble now that I think about it?
I don't know, because you're bumbling around trying to figure out how to do like catchphrases or something.
Trying to find bees? Trying to honeycomb somebody? I don't know.
I don't know, but I want to make my fucking profile for like that school Facebook, just the side by side of Marjorie Taylor Greene and Attack on Titan.
We'll post that on the Nerd
Twitter,
Hell
yeah.
Twitter at
Yeah.
NerdHellPodcast. But for now, everybody, y'all have a fantastic night. In 2 days, Nickelodeon Brawl Stars and the Smash Ultimate reveal comes out. So October 5th is going to be a hellfire. There will be one death. No, it will either be a complete total knockout where the victor is Nickelodeon or Nintendo, or it will be a battle that rages on forever.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. I cannot wait
Yeah.
to own these kids. As I can't wait to beat the shit out of kids as Danny Phantom. Somebody needs to
be
teach
so-
these Lincoln Louds who's boss.
It's gonna be so fucking hilarious. It's just gonna be Robinson and then like everyone else's children, and then he's gonna be like talking shit, like, yeah, fuck you, you
Bro.
little fucking shit. Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna walk into a Nickelodeon Brawl Stars local tournament. I'm like, oh, what is this, a daycare? No, it's a tournament. Oh no. I need to leave.
Oh, I'm leaving now. Bye. Like, yeah, shit, get out of there, dude. I don't know. Long story short, one of our congressional representatives looks like a Titan. My bones are wet, and it's spooky season. So go get your witches, go get your demon books, but make sure that you remember one thing, Robinson. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to give you some words of advice that my parents gave to me when I was just a wee little Wayne. Is that
Alright.
ghosts are demons. So don't follow them ghosts.
I thought you were gonna say never enter anybody's house when trick or treating. I thought you were gonna tell me that.
Dude,
That's
I
what
was
my
just
mom
gonna
told
say
me.
don't trust ghosts because ghosts are demons.
Follow my advice, listeners. If you're going trick or treating, never enter anybody's house.
Or maybe do. Maybe they get some dope shit in there. Maybe they have that Nintendo for real this time.
Maybe there's a ghost in there.
Oh,
Hopefully
shit,
it's
okay.
not you.
Hopefully, maybe they have a ghost in there. But wouldn't that be wouldn't we say that we want spirits? Maybe they have spirits in there, not ghosts. Like, the drinking spirits, not the ghosty spirits.
I was gonna say, as a Mexican, I just gotta leave out a couple bottles of 40s outside for my relatives, and then I'm good.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, as an Irish person, I probably should start a bonfire on Summit. Oh well. Okay. Well. Anyways, yeah. So that's it. Just don't trust ghosts because they're demons. We'll talk to y'all later, everybody.
And for our very special go to hell,
Joe Rogan.
I was gonna say Hitler, but that works too. you can go to hell, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I'll see you in hell, my guy.
Not comparing Joe Rogan to Hitler. Night, everybody.
Bye. Or I might. I don't know. It's the end. The night's still young. Okay, all right, for real this time.
120 deaths.